So, if you are new here, welcome to AFRO Rants. My name is King Anasazi. And if you've been here before or seen one or two of my episodes back when I used to post on IGTV or had like that one upload here on YouTube.
If it's a half-naked woman on screen, they love that. Duh, they're straight. They're attracted to that shit. Give me cheeks.
You know where this is going. So I want to preface what I'm going to say with this because I don't want anyone to twist my words or take things completely out of context. I think that the human mind is an incredible, expansive thing. It is beautiful. It can do all these amazing things. And I've always found it funny how, like, in contrast, we could just choke on a fucking burger and that's the end. All cognitive thought processes have ceased. Like, it's the funniest shit ever. But regardless, we are capable of some incredible things as humans. And yet, we spend majority of our time spewing unnecessary opinions. Now, wow! I am not saying people are not allowed to speak. I am not saying that people are not allowed to share their viewpoints on a topic, no matter how narrow-minded, zeroed in, and they may be. I am saying, though, that there should be limitations or statute of limitations to like how ridiculous and outlandish said opinions can get. And when I say that, I'm mostly just going to like the comment sections in any form of social media. And yeah, I know it's like an unwritten rule to stay away from those, especially on YouTube, but holy fuck, man. Sometimes you just end up there and it's like, I share the planet with these individuals. I have to live here in this space with these people. Not these people like racially speaking, more so just like, wow, they allowed your parents to procreate? What the fuck? And that's assuming they were functional homunculi. Like, again, I'm not saying that people should be stripped of their right to speak freely, but there are just moments when I see the shit that people say, it's completely out of pocket, of course, because it's the internet. I see the things that people say and I'm just like, dude, did you do the 3-time rule? For those that don't know, the 3 times rule essentially is where you say something 3 times in your head. If it doesn't sound right by that 3rd time, or you're like stumbling through it, or it just does not roll off the tongue like spittle, swallow it, don't say it. I don't feel like a lot of people operate by that rule. And it's like, for example, just random example, I'm pretty sure everybody watching this knows who Conor McGregor is.
I sent you a message. We talk with you.
Fuck your message.
Yes.
Count to 10, both of you gentlemen, if you don't mind, just if you wouldn't mind counting to 10.
They can only count to 5. I own Rio de Janeiro. So for him to say he is the king and I am the joker, if this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and kill anyone that was not fit to walk. But we are in a new time, so I'll whoop his ass in July.
He smashed in a bus window because he sees an incident with
the UFC fighter that, we're not gonna talk about his record, we're not gonna talk about his history, we're not gonna talk about any of that. We're just gonna talk about this one video that the man posted that I happened to see on my timeline. He was training and he was like playing around with his kid with some of the training equipment. He was trying to get him to hit the pads, the padded sticks. This kid is like, I don't even know how old he is. I just know that he's barely like a child. I'm bad with this terminology. I don't fuck with kids. I'm sorry. Essentially, he was just playing around with his kid or whatever, and then his kid didn't really want to participate. So he kind of just switches up the flow. At first he's trying to, hey, come on, nah. Kid's not going. And then he's like, okay, let me switch up my approach, and he starts playing around like they're swords. And then the kid is fully interested.
Come on. Back. Come on, hold on, grip it. Yeah. Yes, and again.
Rare, wholesome Conor McGregor moment. And if you know anything about Conor McGregor,
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Pretty fucking rare. Be that as it may, like I said, cute moment. I made the mistake going to the comment section. Can you say bitter? Can you say bitter? Because holy fuck, people are bitter. One, I will say this as a male. Sometimes I feel like we need our freedom of speech card just because the audacity levels be high as shit, and it's not even like the time of the day is not even in the double digits. People were in those comment sections, in the comment section, just straight up like, well, you could obviously tell that kid's not gonna be a fighter. Yeah, he's good. He's more like an engineer or something. No need to try to force him into doing something he's obviously not good at. The fucker barely got all his bones. Like, what are you talking about? That's a child. Hey, pal. I don't know what girth the dick in your ear is, but I would say to pull it out because it's causing a mild like reverb in your head when you speak. And you're just hearing everything that you think you're saying, but it's really coming out all warbled like a mess. Just pop that out real quick. The internet was a bad idea. The internet was a bad idea. I think the real shitty thing about being able to just like spew all this toxicity and just somewhat mild-mannered bullshit, I'll call it that. The real apex of it is the fact that people can blow up off of this shit. People can make a living off of this shit. And I was wondering if I should even go the route of talking about an individual that I had in mind. He who shall not be named. He does share a resemblance now that I think about it.
Depression's not real.
If a woman disrespects me, I haven't got to act shit because I'm pissed off for real.
There's no way I've done anything in a relationship and was like, oops, shouldn't have done that.
He's worse. But essentially, being able to just say whatever you want unchecked has its repercussions. There are some individuals who speak in such a way and it's considered brash or abrasive, but it's needed because what it ends up doing is it ends up pushing people to do something greater, or it allows people to see things for what things really are. They see things as the raw, real, actual situation, not whatever fantasy or whatever they've put in their head. And you need individuals like that to kind of balance out society. But then you have the other ones who are just dicks for dick's sake, and it's like, dude, when you were born, did you just completely miss the vulva and miss all that? Did you just come out of the ass? Did you just like strike and spare your way clean through the anus? That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like with these kinds of individuals. It's even worse because this kind of behavior gets rewarded. It's like, oh my God, he's so edgy, he's so cool, he says all the things that nobody else can say, but nobody else has the confidence to say. And it's like, is it the people lack confidence, or is that they actually have some tact? Like they actually have like consideration for other human beings? Because me personally, sometimes I just say what is on my mind, but I never go the route of just being immediately abrasive or trying to hurt someone's feelings or trying to just make them feel like just come at them in the most belittling, diminutive manner. I've never ever set out to just make someone feel like a piece of shit for existing. If anything, they do something that resembles said piece of shit and I remind them of said resemblance, and then we move forward from there. But I need it! Yeah, man. I mean, just because you have the freedom of speech and the freedom of opinion, it does not mean that your opinion can just go out without being checked, and it does not mean you could be an asshole. Like, and I think that's another thing people get confused. They think, oh, freedom of speech means that I could just be the worst possible version of myself, unabashed with no repercussions whatsoever. That's not what it means at all. Freedom of speech is the ability for you to bring an idea, a point of view, a statement, something that came from your, why did I say it like that? That's from. English is not my first language. I think that individuals should be able to sit back and say, okay, this is a thought process, this is my thought process, this is what I think, this is what I have to say. But just do it in a calm and chill ass manner. Like, there's no reason for everybody to be like dickwads on a post about a kid having a bonding moment with his father. And there's definitely no reason people should be trying to argue with me in MMA comment sections when they couldn't even get off the couch. Got a little personal, I'm sorry. Opinions are just like assholes. Everybody's got one, but just because you have one does not mean that it is the end all be all. It does not mean you should push it out in the most aggressive way possible. And it definitely doesn't mean that it's just like the gospel, because let's face it, we're all a bunch of skin bags walking on the same fucking rock. A cheeseburger could take any one of us out, so there's no reason to be acting all high and mighty. That's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure somebody disagrees with me because it's an opinion. I'm talking in circles at this point. You know me. If you know me, I don't like repetition. So, besides my issues with the internet and comment sections galore, because Lord knows if I ever pop off on YouTube like I want to, the comment sections are gonna be fucking wild. I can feel it. People don't like me. Moving forward, Afro Rants will be done in a more like casual, very just off the wall manner. I liked having the, like, you know, the backgrounds with all my stuff and all that, but it's like the more and more I spend time like around family, the more and more I spend time just trying to get my life in order, it's really just inconvenient for me to like just pull off to the side, make this massive setup in 30 minutes just to make like separate 5-minute clips. It's just very time consuming. So 9 times out of 10 I'm just gonna sit in here, wear a shirt that doesn't pull too much of the saturation and or contrast too badly from the black background, which the majority of my attire is black. I am the black attire. I don't think it'll affect the quality as long as the subject matter is good and it's entertaining and it pulls you in and it grabs you by the shoulders and it pulls you in close and it says, God damn, you smell like garlic. If I had to leave you guys with anything that was of any importance, yeah, just don't be assholes. Like, you can have an opinion, just don't beat anybody over the head with it, because that kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. And then you kind of just destroy the opposition's reason to want to speak. I think I'm gonna go now. That's all I got. I'm probably gonna go to sleep or something. So I'm King Anasazi. This has been Afro Rants, and I will talk to you guys whenever time permits. Oh no, I'm all out of Dr. Pepper. Sad Sean. 1 like equals more Dr. Pepper in my cup, please. Thank you. Like this video if you want me to make a separate series talking about how shitty of a person Andrew Tate is, although is that his name? I think it's Andrew Tate. I'm gonna feel really fucking stupid after this entire editing process if I find out this man's name wasn't Andrew. Hold on. Okay, yeah, his name is Andrew Tate. You know, on one hand, I feel like the background is like too dull, but on another hand, like if I'm thinking like cinematically, so to speak, I know this isn't a movie, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, it brings the focus in on what I'm saying. I need to stop kicking the light. I don't know if you've noticed that throughout the fucking video I just keep kicking this damn light. I have a problem. I'm gonna stop. I promise.